Whitney, welcome to the show. It's been a while since I've seen you in the flesh, but we're doing this virtual thing now. It's really good to have the opportunity to have a chat to you. It's been a while. We grew up playing golf together from 9 years old, I think it was. Too young, too young,
Too young.
too
How you
young.
doing? You good?
Yeah, really good. It's getting late on a Sunday night. Well, it's just dark in Melbourne right now, but it's been a good weekend. Melbourne's going well. How's the UK going for you?
It's doing good. I mean, everything's a little bit slower than Australia. I mean, the numbers are, decreasing, but yeah, lockdown is still pretty tight. But we're healthy, we're safe, we're doing the best we can and sticking to the rules. So yeah, no, it's fine. We're all staying positive, so that's the main thing, right? And we can play golf now.
Oh, well, your golfer's back here as well, like just recently. But yeah, it kind of frees up, gives you time to actually do something else instead of sitting in the house all day and just waiting it out. But it's good to hear another person outside of Australia doing well, because you see so much news these days that it is a
Mhm.
tough time to be anywhere else. You're not in the US, which is like the craziest place at the moment, it seems. My
Yeah,
brother's in the UK. I mentioned before we kind of got recording here, but it's just a waiting game, and that's kind of what it
yeah,
seems.
yeah. It really is. I mean, it, it's been 3 months now. I mean, we've been trying to just keep busy. We've redecorated our bedroom, and we've done all kinds of things that we couldn't actually have done being on tour. So it's actually been okay for me to do different things and just hang out and chill. And it's been a more positive experience for me rather than try and think of the negatives and whatever. And again, I'm healthy and healthy and safe. So yeah, it's all good.
Well, that's all that matters. If you're healthy and safe, and you can kind of take the time now to reflect and kind of think,
Hmm.
well, what's next? And you both of I we're used to playing so many events a year. I don't know how many you play a year. I feels like I play every week, but we've been doing that for
Yeah,
the whole duration of our golfing careers, and it's weird to take a 3 month hiatus from anything. It's kind of, I think for a lot of people it's super strange. It's like an unprecedented time right now, for sure.
yeah, definitely. It was, yeah, the first time I've had a proper break. We actually did have a month off in April, so I expected to not play any tournaments during that month, but to actually not pick up a club for over 7, 8 weeks. But then I started chipping in the backyard, but
Well, you can
yeah,
fall in love with golfing. That's kind of the thing.
yeah, yeah, it really was. It's just nice to be like, oh, I'm playing golf again. It's falling in love with it again, and get to play tournaments in the next few weeks. So yeah, it's all starting to get exciting again.
Yeah, and you can give your body a break. Like I know my body's
Yeah,
never felt better. Like I haven't played golf this little in such a long time, and my body's like, oh,
yeah.
this is what you're supposed to feel like. I'm not used to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's been a really good time to get fit as well, just do some running or exercises as well. So yeah, it's just good to do other things as well as obviously just being on tour. So
Yeah, well, what a time to be alive. I've seen on the news now that the Justin Rose tour is up and running. I think week one,
hmm,
Charlie Hole won in a playoff, you were saying. And
yeah.
yes, so is it eight 1 day events Justin Rose is sponsoring? It's like pay to play. That's kind of, if you could elaborate on that a bit more, it's kind of what I've just read. I think that's pretty much spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So week one was last Thursday. Charlie Hall won it. They played at Brockenhurst. So that was a little too far south for me. And at the moment, I don't think we're actually allowed to stay anywhere. So that's half the reason why I didn't go down. I just wanted to make sure I was following the rules. But
Oh,
the the 25th, so this Thursday coming, we've got the tournament at Moore Park. So that's in London. So that's not too far away. So I'm really, really excited to play, and
oh.
we've got a few great courses to play as well, and it actually finishes on the Berkshire and Wentworth West, so we're playing some incredible golf courses.
Oh,
Super lucky.
you're like one of the only golfing tours in the world that's playing right now. That and the PGA Tour are kind of under
Yeah.
weird times,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, what a time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the LPGA will start in a few weeks' time as well. I think 2 weeks they'll end up starting. But yeah, I mean, we've been seriously patient and we've been waiting for a while. So I didn't expect to play the Justin Rose series. I didn't expect to have that at all. So we're super lucky to have. And the Ladies European Tour starts again in August. So that was
So
the
seamless. So
first.
it's like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
little off-season little mini tours before the whole
yeah,
thing kind of gets started. It's great
yeah.
that Justin Rose has kind of put his hand up and kind of invested in
Hmm.
his home country and kind of really been that backbone of, women's
Yeah.
golf. Kind of sometimes may get left behind the men's, which is disappointing in the
Yeah.
world we live in these
Hmm.
days. Kind of the whole equality, and we just got to the ground up. That's kind of the way forward.
Yeah, definitely. One of my friends, Liz Young, she's a fellow tour player. She was the one that had the first initiative to at least start a little pro-am, and he obviously heard of it and wanted to make it a big deal and make it a proper tour series. So, to have those contacts, it's just super lucky, and to have that support for us as well. Um, yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. Did not expect that at all. So seriously
Yeah.
lucky to be in England right now.
Yeah, it is a great initiative. I feel for a lot of the Australian golfers, especially the
Hmm.
women. There isn't much to play in down here.
No.
The talent is here. You've played a lot with the girls. They can
Yeah,
seriously
definitely.
play. It's just a little different down here. I'm not sure what we're missing. It's
Yeah.
weird. We have enough Australian golfers that have succeeded in the like over on the bigger tours. Kari Webb and
Hmm.
on the women's, and we have heaps on the PGA Tour that used to feel like they won every week, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, it would be great if a Mark Leishman put his hand up and said, hey, I'm going to throw, this is my home course or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's great to see Justin Rose do that for the women, and put them right in the spotlight on one of the only tours playing in the world right now.
Yeah, definitely. No, I feel for you guys in Australia. Like, even if you could get some mixed events or just something going on down there, I mean, that would be incredible. So again, it's just finding the right contacts, the right people, right
Mm.
sponsors. So yeah, I wish I could help down there.
No, we're going all good, as like you were saying, as long as we're safe and healthy, that's all that really matters
Yeah.
right now. It kind of
Hmm.
puts everything into perspective, but that's
Yeah.
all that really matters. And touching on about the mixed kind of thing, the Vic Open's a big hit now, and
Huge.
in Geelong, and
Yeah.
that's just been growing strength for strength from the women. Just I'm pretty sure they all come out and watch the women. It's just guys. It's just a guy event on the side. That's you know, I don't know. Like you girls can definitely play. When I was down, we were both down there this start of the year, and the
Yeah.
scoring's pretty much the same. There's no
Pretty similar. Yeah.
Minwoo
Uh-huh.
ran away with it in the end, but besides him, it was all the same. You girls can seriously play, and we need more
Hmm.
mixed events. That's the way forward.
Yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite tournaments that I ever play every year. We're super lucky to have a great tournament venue. 13th Beach is always catering for all of us. There's so many of us on the course and on the range, and how they deal with everything is just incredible. And obviously Golf Victoria and the LPGA and European Tour, they're all involved, and it's just honestly one of the best that I play. So we do need more of that. We've got a tournament in Morocco every year. That's actually been postponed. I'm
Yeah.
not too sure when it will happen. But again, that's a mixed event, and that's really, really good fun. We share the players lounge and just all hang out together, but we play separate courses. So, yeah, we definitely need more of that. It's more fun, and I mean, just for social media as well, and for people to watch, just in general, it would be so much better to have us all together for sure.
Yeah, I think as a product, as a like a whole product, it kind of adds
Hmm.
the full flavor. It's very relatable to the consumer watching it on TV. Obviously some of the guys bomb it, the girls kind of they use their other
Yeah,
strengths, and it is a great
yeah,
contrast, and it's good to see. Kind of you look at the last groups, they kind of go girl guy, and they kind of rotate in
yeah.
between there. It's a
Uh-huh.
it's a cool dynamic. They've definitely nailed it down in Geelong, and hopefully there's more events moving forward in hope well when this whole lockdown thing is over eventually. But
Eventually.
no, eventually. But yeah, like I was saying before, we do go way back. We played amateur days
Yeah.
in Western Australia. You were at Joondalup Country Club.
Yeah.
I was up in Sun City, so still,
Yeah.
yeah, both north of the river people. That's a big thing in Perth. Most people don't know that, but if you live south of the river, you're a
It is
different
a big
cat.
thing.
You're
Yeah.
a different cat, but yeah, they were cool times. We were touching on before that. We both won Junior Golfers of the Year in '06. It's kind of
06, 07. Yeah,
ages ago
absolutely.
when Cedric Bell, I think, took the photo. I think I still have the photo of us together. It was I was thinking about
Yeah.
our conversation prior to this, and that just feels
With
like
our trophies.
it feels like yonks ago.
Yeah.
It's great to see another friend, like an old friend that's still playing golf and still applying a trade, all around the world. And you see a lot of
Yeah.
golfers kind of drop off the thing and life gets in the way and then they kind of have to do something else to kind of stay afloat. And that's, it's a bit
Yeah.
sad, but everyone gets that decision eventually what they want to do with their lives. And it's great to see another person growing up with playing sub junior events together at
Sub
Wanneroo.
juniors.
Yeah, the 9-hole sub juniors at Wanneroo. And
Love that. Oh, wow. But yeah, so many good memories. And yeah, we've traveled a lot together. We've played interstate stuff as well. All of the state team events we've all done together. So yeah, we've
was
had lots of good memories
it was
together
all
for
school
sure.
sport, and then what was that
Yeah.
after that? School sport, and then I think we went to the Heritage. Was it the Aaron
Oh, the
Badley?
Aaron Badley, yeah.
Aaron Badley
Jack
thing.
Newton,
Yeah, when
Greg Norman, all of
oh,
those.
it was such a hotly contested junior circuit. I think that one hole at Jack Newton actually that set the question mark hole at Cessnock. There's just that number 12
Oh,
that
was
kind of
that what hole was that? Number one
oh,
or two?
oh, it was that stupid hole, that par 5 that kind of went around all the trees and you kind of had to punch it
Yeah.
around. Anyways, I'll probably cut those trees down. We need to get someone up there to cut them down. But those, yeah, it didn't actually matter if you're playing a country course or whatever. It was just the camaraderie around all the guys. Like I'm still friends with, Smith's like my best mate. And that's kind of those days. It's like far out. That stuff does travel. It's important. We don't play community sport. Well, I played a little bit as like growing up, but that's kind of our team, like even though there are competitors, we're all together on this.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now as well, we hardly see each other, but whenever we do get in contact, it's just like, yesterday since I last saw you, you know what I mean? Like it's so important to have friendships like that. And we've been super lucky to be able to practice, play together, travel together, and and grow together, and it's also great to, see you achieve what you've done as well, the tournaments you've won, and, you're doing a cool little podcast now, and, you're waiting until the tour starts again. So, it's awesome.
Just trying to do my best, thanks for the accolade. I'm just trying my best. It's been great this lockdown for me. I've just kind of had the opportunity to sit back and think, well, I've always wanted to do that. And I've always kind of, I don't know if I told you, but I started a uni course. I'm starting to study again. Yeah, I'm going to do it all part-time, and kind of found that I'm thinking I think I'm actually ready to start learning. It's taken me, I wasn't ready at 17 or 18, but now I'm thinking that information might actually go in and stay in there. So hopefully that's what happens. So it's an everyday struggle. Bachelor of Business. So I've kind of just always interested in that leadership kind of thing. So kind of if I can add upskill in this lockdown area, and definitely with the limited amount of events which I'm predicting moving forward, it kind of bodes well with kind of talking to a few different people over the times and kind of putting a face of Australian golf. We definitely have the talent down here. It's just, I think people need to realize who these people are. Like this is Whitney Hillier. This person, and like, unless it's important. I think it's important.
Yeah, absolutely right. And especially these days now, social media is so important, and you got to take advantage of that, and you got to let the world know who everyone is, right? Otherwise, no one's going to know.
Yeah, it's like you could be the best golf striker in the world, but if we don't know who you are because it's out there, but now it's like, well, we've got all these opportunities with, TikTok now, and like, well, I'm not using that really. That's for the people born in the 2000s, but, I'm like kind of touching on it every now and then, some funny clips or whatever pops up.
Yeah, got to keep up, huh?
Jeez. Well, it is what it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
engaged. You're engaged as well as I am. So we're
Yeah.
all.
Hmm.
Is there
I'm
a
engaged.
there you go. Yeah. So
Yeah,
is there a date?
congrats.
Yeah.
No, not just yet. So hopefully end of next year. I'm not too sure where or whatever we're gonna do, but we're just gonna wait and see. There's no rush for us because obviously being on tour, there's so many of us in so many different places. So yeah, we're just trying to figure it out and obviously wait for this pandemic to kind of fly over. Hopefully it does soonish, but
Well,
you
it's
never know.
just patience. It's good to hear another person being positive in this time and using their time
Yeah.
wisely, kind of rearranging their
Hmm.
closets and kind of moving rooms around. It's what we've done the first 2 months as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been an interesting time, but a time we'll never get
Hmm.
again. Hopefully not, but it's been an interesting time for sure.
Yeah, you just got to take it as positive as you can. I mean, you can't control any other situation except for yours, really. So, yeah, you just got to do the best you can, right, and just make the most of it. Because, yeah, like you said, you're not gonna really get it again. So, yeah, you just do the best you can.
Do the best you can. Yeah, but being a female professional in the world,
Hmm.
it's any professional traveling the world playing. It's definitely hard.
Yeah.
Few tips for the listeners: being a female professional athlete, being positive all the time and kind of getting through it. What would you tell the listeners?
Oh, geez. Yeah, again, just be super positive. It's a tough world on tour. I mean, it does get lonely and whatever, but I'm super lucky to have my fiance Ben with me, travel with me this year. And, he's also a caddy on the Ladies European Tour. So, we get to travel together and things like that. But yeah, you just got to work hard, really, really work hard. And, you just got to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. And the best thing about golf is there's no age limit at all. I mean, I'm 30 this year and obviously I've got so much more that I want to achieve. So it takes time. You
Yeah,
see a lot of the guys or the girls, everyone peaks at different times. So, you see girls peaking at 14, 16 years old, which is incredible.
yeah.
But yeah, and then you get others that are going to peak at 30, 35. So you just got to be super, super patient. That's definitely my tip.
Yeah, it's patience is definitely the key in all of this. It's great you've
Yeah.
adopted that mentality because I
Mm.
think some people can get frustrated in the timeline that it doesn't match up with what their friends are doing, or
Yeah.
it's awesome that your fiance travels with you.
Yeah.
That's long distance
So
relationships
lucky.
are really tough. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize that most sportsmen traveling by themselves don't have their partner with them, and it puts a lot
Yeah.
of strain on the relationship and
Hmm.
communication. We're very lucky having the digital age we're in right now that
Yeah.
we have platforms like this that we can communicate, so
Yeah.
freely, even though people
Yeah.
all parts of the world. And yeah, you've got to be a strong mental person and really believe in
Yeah.
yourself. And it's great to hear someone else that has that, because it's
Yeah.
like you said, it is a tough word out there. And if you can't take a couple of knocks on the side, you're wasting your time, really.
Yeah. You might as well get another job. And yeah, and I've obviously had my moments as well. We always have our ups and downs, but yeah, I mean, this is my eighth year on tour, and not every year has been perfect, and it's not been easy. But you just got to keep going because again, you just got to get through it because it's always going to be okay.
Yep.
You've always got to have your support group with you, and just trust what you're doing, and again, just stick at it and just be super patient because you never know what's going to happen. Like I had moments last year where start of the year was quite good, a couple of wins. And then the middle of the year, it's, kind of, on and off. And then I had a hole in one that went absolutely viral. And then I just, rolled on from there and then had like a top 5 after that. So again, one shot can change everything. So just things like that, it's super cool.
It is a crazy game. We play it, we love it, but it's just
Yeah.
the unpredictable nature of it is nuts. Like you
Yeah.
touched on before about support groups, that is for me, my family, very important to me when I'm
Yeah.
traveling. The communication
Hmm.
is key. That they definitely help you when the times are tough. You know,
Yeah.
I've had my few rough years on tour and just in life in general, and they're always there
Yeah.
to help you out. I think
Hmm.
when you're doing well, you know, it seems like there's so many people around at the time, and kind of, well, everyone's my friend, and it's when you're in your darkest kind of times that those people that are gonna love you no matter what is the
Yeah.
only way
Hmm.
forward. And I think that's so important. And I think
Yeah.
you're very similar to I am. Like that's the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to really trust who your support group is, and yeah, you just got to keep a tight circle and do your own thing. That's literally it. You know, obviously you're going to be friends with people on tour, but you know they do their own thing as well, and you just leave it at that. You know, you just got to have fun with what you're doing and just trust it, because that's just so important.
Yeah, you got to just know who you are. That's like
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
like you touched on before, just the maturity of
Hmm.
growing into that is crazy.
Yes.
I didn't think I was ready at 23 to turn professional, but the amount of things I've learned over the years, I think emotionally, and I'm probably ready now. Like I'm probably got so much more
Yeah.
growing up to do, but I'm ready to just take it all in, you know, like you're playing for money. This matters. It's still a game, and kind of put everything into context. You know, it's tough to
Hmm.
tell someone at 21 that, okay, you're gonna be a professional. Good luck. Here's some cash and off you go. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah, again, it's harder than everyone thinks. You know, people think, oh yeah, you're just going on a holiday, you're going to these beautiful places, you know, you're going to Spain, France, whatever. But yeah, I I mean, unless you make the effort, you don't really see many of the cities either. Again, so you know, tour life is so different to what people think, for sure.
yeah, that's funny that because I was in South America traveling, and I think I was every Wednesday afternoon, or if I had an early Thursday tee off or Friday morning, I'd go and see something in the city. I just because
Yeah.
you never ever do it because you go out on the weekend, it's too
Hmm.
many tourists or there's too many locals having a crazy time, and down there it's like dinners at 11 p.m. and it's just such a
Yeah.
crazy time down there. But you have to it's tough to make the time to go see the city. It's like
Yeah.
I get the
Hmm.
stamp of my passport, but I haven't I don't know where that is. Like I made a conscious effort in Brazil to always go up to Christ of the Redeemer and catch it up and have a look. And
Oh,
but
awesome.
it's just because you don't want to tell your kids eventually say, yeah, I went to Brazil. Oh, did you see that? No, I didn't have the time. But it is hard though, like because you're so busy
Yeah.
with your golf, you know.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. See the course in the airport, and in between, that's about it half the time.
oh, but yeah, it's nice to take the time now to actually enjoy life. You kind of like all this
Yeah.
time you can actually spend with people you love.
Hmm.
The quality time is like we've never had it. Like I'm used to Monday get on a plane or go travel for an event. You're very
Yeah.
similar the same, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely. Yes, we've been really lucky to be able to spend time with Ben's family. You know, especially our niece and nephew. You know, you see them through the window every day and wave at them, and you know now we're actually being able to see them a little bit better. But yeah, it's just been a really good experience in a way. I know it's a sad situation. It's a huge pandemic. I know that, but you just got to take the positives out of it. And yeah, I've done things that I definitely couldn't have done whilst being on tour, being super busy. So yeah, it's been great to be able to spend some time here in England and just chill out. And I mean, obviously, of course, I miss home and miss Australia and miss my family and everything and whatever, but that's the way it is. We had to choose one or the other to go to England or Australia. So we thought there'd be more opportunities here in England, which we eventually were correct, with the Justin Rose series. So again, super lucky with
Yeah,
the
well,
decision we made.
it's all the timing. It's just as long as you're healthy. That's kind of how I see it. You're lucky to have
Yeah,
events coming up, something to look forward to. I wish
yeah,
you all the best going forward. Hopefully, you can win and just kind of you'll just be so relaxed. Look at your first tee jitters back again, like all those little things. Will
I'm so excited.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, it's been great
Yeah,
talking. We have such a long history of just knowing each other, and it's great to really
Mhm.
catch up. We have so much more to talk about, but it seems like a cool little,
So many stories.
oh, so many stories. Like you think at all these stories and you think, geez, I can't even remember now. Like, but just all that time, they just like far out.
Yeah.
After this ends, I'll probably think of them and think, geez, why didn't I ask that or this and this and that? But I
Yeah.
like to end these segments with one question, dealer's choice. So you can ask me anything you like. That's not going to get me arrested or anything like that. So go for it.
Oh no. I don't know. I'll just ask a nice, simple one. But are you enjoying living in Melbourne, like compared to being in Perth for most of your life? I mean, obviously Melbourne is a golfer's heaven. So are you enjoying living in Melbourne now?
Yeah, so funny that I did think about it because we were tossing up between Perth and Melbourne, and
Yeah.
Melbourne was like, well, all the courses are here, all the golf in Australia is pretty much East Coast. Have
Yeah.
to make those decisions, and I thought, well, I've lived everywhere else, I might as well move over here. It kind of makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
loving it. This is my first real winter in Melbourne. It's been actually
Hmm.
not too bad because there hasn't been any golf to kind of get prepared for. So when the days get really bad, I just stay inside and turn the heater on. That's kind of the luxury you have right now, which is beautiful. I don't regret it
Yeah.
whatsoever. It's fantastic. But I'm sure when events start kicking up and the weather's bad, it might be tough. But Melbourne is a great city. I love my coffee.
Hmm.
The footy's back.
Oh, stop.
So yeah, so I don't know how the coffee
That's
is in
amazing.
I don't know how the coffee is in the UK, but from my experience, I think Melbourne nails it. That's just
Yeah.
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 So
We literally just drink tea in England.
just tea. Well, it's funny. My brother's he just loves his tea. Yeah, just loves. I'm having a
Yeah.
tea now actually, just because you can't have a coffee now because it's too late. After 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
that's my whole cutoff.
Oh, that's so good that you're loving Melbourne. I mean, I love Melbourne as well. It's just one of the best cities to go to and play golf and just hang out, go to Crown or whatever and, have a bit of fun. But yeah, there's so many things to do out there. I really love that city.
It's just a vibe about it. There's just a buzz here.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's not as I know Sydney's got all its accolades and then but it's just a
Yeah.
bit too busy for me. It's
It's
too
hectic.
much
Yeah.
too much going on. I like the northern beaches up there, but Melbourne,
Yeah.
as soon as you fly and you go over the Balti Bridge, you look left and you see the city. It's just this whole like you're in there. Like
Yeah.
it's all
It's just
happening.
stunning. Hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, so blessed to
That's
live here. Love it here. It's the
yeah.
cold's not too bad. I can kind of skirt my way around it.
Yeah, no, I love the vibes in Melbourne. It's a really cool place to be.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, Whitney. It's been
Of
fantastic to
course.
catch up. We'll have to do
Yeah.
it again soon, and I'll have to think of some more stories that I can't even think about now. I have to retrace the photos and have a look what actually happened and all the junior days, and we got
Yeah.
such a strong history. But it's been great to touch on what you're doing right now in life, and I'm
Yeah.
excited for you. I hope you can have a good result next week and kind of build momentum going into the Ladies European Tour.
Thank you so much. No, I'm proud of what you're doing as well. So keep it up and yeah, good luck with everything as well.
Thanks, Whitney. You have a good night.
Okay. Bye. You
Bye.
too.